let's begin our practice today in child's pose. Reaching the arms forward, sitting the hips back on the heels of the feet, and bringing in the breath. Today's class will be around detoxification. On a physical level, this means opening up through the liver and kidney meridian lines. The liver meridian is the inner thigh through to the groin and the front of the belly. And the kidney is the inner ankle and calf and front of the body or chest area. As we open up and nourish some of the energy channels that support the liver and the kidneys, the detoxifying organs, we'll create some space or prana, life force, to flow more freely. The practice will also involve some twisting, compressing, and expanding of these organs, stimulating the organs. The Bhagavad Gita describes that purity is on 3 levels. Physical, yes, but also in our speech and our thoughts. So as we move through the practice, watch your thoughts closely and the way that you are speaking to yourself. And we can let go of the thoughts and speech that is negative or no longer serves us. Detoxifying our mindset by clearing out and letting go. So using your breath here to inhale and invite that prana. We'll move into Anahatasana next, melting heart pose. So the hips will be stacked over the knees. You can either tent up your fingertips and take the chin to the floor, you can take the forehead to the floor, or you can just place the palms down for a less intense version around the armpits. And as you breathe in this pose, imagine the heart space literally melting on the mat. Noticing how the breath, the inhale, inflates you like you are blowing up a balloon. And send that breath into the chest and into the front of the shoulders. As you exhale, exhaling out all of the toxins. Taking the hands under the shoulders, take the right arm to sky on your inhale. And as you exhale, thread the needle, place the right ear to the floor. A little twist here, just warming up through the spine. Keep the breath flowing in the twists, even though it is a little more restrictive. Inhale, take the right arm back towards the sky, and then as you exhale, place it back down on the earth and lift the left hand on the inhale. As you exhale, thread the needle and twist the spine. Make sure that the ear is resting on the earth, keeping the neck safe. Left arm up to sky on your inhale. As you exhale, hand back down to the earth. Tuck the toes under. And we'll take downward facing dog. Just shorten your stance on this first downward facing dog. And pedal out through the heels or take in any other intuitive movement. Bending and straightening the knees. Maybe a little twist of the hips side to side, whatever your body's called. And then settle into downward facing dog. Perhaps shortening the stance so that your heels can comfortably reach the earth. And then find some stillness in the body and keep the breath flowing in and out. Pressing strongly into the arms, pushing the hands down into the earth, hugging the thumbs and the elbows inwards to keep the shoulders nice and engaged. Wrapping the triceps back, lengthening the spine. Turning the tailbone up towards the sky. And then we'll take the right leg to the sky for three-legged dog. Down dog scorpion as you exhale, opening the hips up to the right, keeping the armpits square to the earth. Airing out the hips. Squeezing the left glute underneath the right, and then inhale back through three-legged dog. Take a tiger curl, step the right foot through, drop the back knee and come into low lunge. Opening up through that front of the hip, pressing the back foot firmly into the earth, hugging the inner thighs in energetically to create some mula bandha, some support for the core. Hands back down to the earth, downward facing dog as you breathe out. On your next inhale, left leg to sky, three-legged dog. Down dog scorpion as you exhale. Lengthen the leg on the inhale. Tiger curl with your exhale. Step the left foot between the hands, drop the back knee. And again, low crescent lunge, low Anjaneyasana. Breathing into the front of the right hip. On the next exhale, hands will frame the foot. Forward fold, top of the mat, halfway lift, inhale. And then ragdoll hand. Here, combine the elbows, relax the body over the legs. Perhaps taking a little rock side to side. And anything you want to let go of, any toxic situations, beliefs, thoughts, physical manifestations that no longer serve you, just feel them drip out of the crown of the head. Leave it on the mat today. Draw the belly in and start to roll yourself all the way up to stand. Take an inhale, reach the arms up, and as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Hands to floor, step back into plank pose, drop to the knees for the first round. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, chaturanga to the earth. Inhale for cobra pose. And then as you exhale, move through all fours, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up to tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees. No breath, step into the top of the mat. And then inhale, halfway lift in the right. Exhale, forward fold. Ground down, rise up. Inhale, upward hands. Exhale, follow the breath down. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga, knees or toes. If you're on your toes, just come halfway down to the tops of the feet, thighs lifted off the floor on the inhale. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees to the top of the mat, no breath, halfway lift, inhale here. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Gather the prana, the breath, and then as you exhale, bow over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Move through your chaturanga, elbows nice and close to the ribs, inhaling, back bend of choice. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, take the right leg to sky for three-legged dog. Tiger curl as you exhale, shifting the weight forward, stepping the right foot through, coming into full crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Bend off the back knee so you can bias that hip flexor opening. Hug the inner thighs in energetically to create Mula Bandha, pelvic floor engagement. And then as you next exhale, water wheel the arms. The left arm reaches forward, the right arm back, gentle twist. Draw the shoulders down and then sweep the right arm down and forward. Inhale. And then as you exhale, landing in warrior two, opening the hips. Bending deeply into that right knee. Cutting the knife edge of the left foot into the mat. Reverse triangle on the inhale. And then coming into triangle pose with your exhale. In triangle pose, ground down through the heels and then draw them in towards each other like you're trying to pucker up the mat beneath you. Bend back into that right knee. Inhale, lift the arm towards the sky, reverse warrior. And then as you exhale, take the left hand to the earth, right arm up to the sky for a low twisted lunge. You can drop to the knee if you prefer, or stay on the toes, lifting the thigh, straightening the leg. Right hand back down to the earth, move through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale for a back bend. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. Next time you breathe in, the left leg will come to the sky for three-legged dog. Take that tiger curl with your breath out. Squeeze the air out and then left foot lands between the hands, reaching the arms up, finding crescent lunge. Feeling the opening across the hip, the right front of your hip. Water wheel the arms on the exhale. Pull the right rib towards the left hip and then left arm circles down and up on the inhale. As you exhale, Virabhadrasana B. Taking the gaze or the drishti over your left middle finger. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten that front leg and then with the long left side of the body, tip into your Trikonasana triangle pose. Try not to dump down in this posture and rather use your core. Hug those heels in. Bend into that front knee, left arm to sky, reverse warrior. And then right hand to the earth, left arm up towards the sky, still hugging in with the inner thighs here. Left hand to the earth, moving through your chaturanga. Cobra or an upward facing dog, and then finding your way back to downward facing dog. Right leg to sky, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, tiger curl, step the foot through. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Exhale, water wheel. Keep the back arm moving down and inhale, lift it up. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse triangle, inhale. Exhale, triangle pose. Bend into the front knee. Inhale for Parita Virabhadrasana, peaceful warrior. And then as you exhale, left hand down, right arm up, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, to the earth with your breath out. Fill up the heart space with breath, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, breathe in, left leg lifts. Exhale all the breath out, tiger curl, left leg forward, inhale, crescent lunge. Take that twist, water wheel. The left arm will continue the circle, catch it on the inhale, lift it up. And then as you exhale, warrior two. Reverse Trikonasana, inhale. Length through the left side of the body as you exhale. Bend into that front knee, Viparita, inhale. Low twisted lunge, right leg arm down, left arm to sky. Chaturanga Nidasana with your breath out, and then flow through the vinyasa, finishing in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, come up to tippy toes. As you exhale, bend the knees to the top of the mat, take your halfway lift and then forward fold. Rise up, lifting the arms overhead, and as you exhale, hands heart center, Samasthiti. Take an inhale. As you exhale, open mouth and sigh out what you no longer need. Inhale, reach the arms overhead and lift the left knee to sky for stork pose. We'll take eagle pose, Garudasana, crossing the left leg over the right, wrapping the left elbow underneath the right, taking a deep seat. Draw the shoulder blades down your back, lift the elbows away. Squeeze the inner thighs together, stimulating those meridian channels. As you inhale, coming up through stork pose and taking a long step back to warrior two. On your inhale, lift the arms up, turn both toes out. Skandasana to the back of the mat, the left knee will bend. You can take a low Skandasana or you can take a higher Skandasana. Your choice. Here, just bring back the breath. Notice the choice that you've made. And then coming into our wide leg forward fold, turning both toes inwards. If your head touches the earth, just walk your feet in a little more. You want to lift up through the front of the thighs to open the back of the legs. Long spine, heavy head. Inhale to halfway lift and walk towards the top of the mat. Right knee bends, right arm to sky. And then drop the knee to the floor. You can stay in the twisted low lunge or grab your foot for a twisted thigh stretch. Gently release the foot. Tuck the toes under, move through a vinyasa. Back bend, feel the heart with breath. And as you exhale, taking downward facing dog. Inhale, come up to tippy toes. As you exhale, bend the knees to the top of the mat. Take halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, hands heart center, Samasthiti. On your next inhale, take the arms up and right knee to sky. Eagle pose, crossing the right leg over the left, wrap them like ropes. Right elbow underneath the left. Sit down nice and deep, compressing those meridian lines. When we leave the pose and expand, you'll feel the fresh blood and prana invigorating these areas. Take the inhale and unwind. And as you exhale, long step back, Virabhadrasana B. Straight away, take an inhale, turn both toes out. And as you exhale, Skandasana, high or low, just notice your choice. What are your thoughts behind your decision? Are they serving you? Inhaling through your wide leg forward fold. You can leave the hands on the earth, or perhaps this time take a bind, taking the arms over the shoulders, pulling those shoulders away from the ears though. On your inhale, you rise up, walking the hands over to the left foot, bending into the left knee, left arm to sky, twisted lunge, dropping the knee and staying in your twisted lunge, or taking the option of twisted thigh stretch. Notice if there's any thoughts regarding the sensation around the twisted thigh stretch. How are you talking to yourself? Release the foot, coming through your vinyasa. Squeezing the back body to open the heart space. And taking downward facing dog. On your inhale to the tippy toes, bend the knees. No breath to the top of the mat, halfway lift inhale. And then exhale, forward fold. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, hands heart center. Take another deep breath in. Exhale it all out. As you inhale, reach the arms overhead and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Take a vinyasa here. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog with the breath out. As you inhale, come to the toes and ripple into plank pose. You can drop to the knees or stay on your toes. We'll be here for a few breaths. Keep pressing the earth away and notice the thoughts that come into your mind. How are you talking to yourself? As you exhale, just slowly lower with control. Chest and hips line together all the way to the earth. Release the feet. We'll take an open chest stretch, left elbow out 90 degrees, left ear on the earth. And then just peel your body over to the left, really firming the left hand down into the earth, wrapping the left shoulder blade down the spine. Opening through the top of the chest, the kidney meridian line. And then release from that, taking the right arm, checking that it's 90 degrees, right ear to the earth. And then roll yourself over to the right side. Coming back through center, we'll take locust pose, shalabhasana. Tops of feet and pubic bone pressed down. Lift between the middle of your shoulder blades, keeping the back of the neck long. Perhaps the feet and the fingers float off the earth. Use the inhale to lift you. And then slowly control your body down to the earth, right ear to the floor, little belly down shavasana, maybe a little wiggle of the hips side to side. We'll take one more belly down back bend. So floor bow, bending both knees, holding onto the outside of the feet. Inhale, lift once again through the middle of the shoulder blades. And then as you exhale, kicking the feet into the hands, keeping the knees hugging in towards each other, using the inner thighs to do this. So the whole detoxification pathway is being stimulated in this pose. Slowly lower down, left ear to the earth, release the feet. Little wiggle of the hips side to side. And then moving through a cobra pose or perhaps even an upward facing dog. Downward facing dog with your breath out. Inhale to tippy toes, exhale bend the knees, jump all the way through to a seat. And then we'll take wide leg forward fold, Upta Vista Konasana. So coming down with a long spine, trying to get the front of the pelvis down first rather than the head. Once again, in these challenging poses, this is where it often brings up some of that negative self-talk. Notice if you have any judgments or expectations, and if they serve you, fine, but if they don't, this is the class to breathe them out. Inhale, lift up, bring the feet together. and just roll yourself all the way down to your back. Set yourself up for Shavasana. In Shavasana now you can just let go. The work of cleansing the detoxifying organs, and perhaps some of our thoughts and self-talk, can be exhausting. So just rest as I leave you with this quote to contemplate. Every thought you produce, anything you say, and any action you take, it bears your signature. Thich Nhat Hanh. And stay as long as you have the time. Thanks for joining me in this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Namaste.